Chat, where are we? Let's talk Turkey. Let's talk Turkey. Yo, I say something bad about the teams. You know what? I can tell you something for the Korean community. I think T1 is disgustingly good. The fact that they can play bad in summer, make it to Worlds, which was clutch against KT, and then come to Worlds and be fucking great again. You want my truth on T1? I'm scared they're going to win the tournament again. I'm really scared because realistically, I now look like an idiot for not having T1 making it out of groups. Why? Because I look at this team and after summer, I'm like, there's no way that I'm not putting DK, above Hummer Life Gen G. TL looked good. TL was dumb. TL are dumb. No, they're not dumb. TL, I was dumb for thinking that North America could just delay expectations, but they could have won against LNG. They failed. They could have won against, what was the second series? What was the second series? Sorry. Can I just get TL? Does DPM show it? Okay. That could have been a win. They failed. APA had a bad game. The Weibo one, they were winning. They threw it. This team could have been 2-0. And then, yes, granted, if I go to the World Swiss stage, where is it? World Sim, right? If we look at the bracket, will it load? Will it load? How about just World Sim not live? Thank you. Okay, now, look and listen, right? I could have sworn TL, if they win this, they wouldn't be up against Weibo. But let's say they lose against LNG anyway, because LNG was a more convincing win from the mid-game onwards from their perspective, right? Then, as I bring chat on the screen, so I have people to back me in a corner. Can you feel it? Where's chat? Can you feel it? Yo, chat, where are you? Where are you? Oh, hang on. I think I know. Wait. I think I found you guys. There you are. There you are. You poopy. Okay, there you go. Right, listen. Listen to me. Even if they lose this against Weibo, I think that's that was a winnable game. That was a one game. They get to 1-1, then imagine if TL gets a Fnatic. Imagine if TL gets a PSG or a FlyQuest. I think FlyQuest are probably in better form, but I think it's potentially winnable. Domestic rivalries always change the landscape of the matchup, right? Depending on it, even without the form. Then in a 2-1, imagine if they didn't draw Fly, they draw Fly here, and then they could walk through. Imagine if they drew a worse team, get to 2-2, and they draw one of these teams that could go 2-2. I'm just telling you how TL could have made it through. And that's why I believe. That's why I did this. Because they were winnable games. So maybe I shouldn't call them that was silly. That was justifiable. G2, their form is better than I thought. And I'm just explaining pick'ems here if you're here. G2, their form was better than I thought. No, open a bag of chips. We're only just fucking beginning. Yo, open that bag. We're starting. BLG's obvious. Weibo is obvious. I mean, I'm an LPL fan. I didn't put in LNG because I thought LNG looked like the weakest team. Hell, was I wrong? Yeah, I was. I didn't know that Scott would play fucking, him and the Doc, a leash at the hip and just smashing games. So I was wrong about LNG. G2, I think they can do it. Bro, G2, I think, and we'll get to that in a second. Humble Life's obvious. Gen G's obvious. DK, kind of obvious. They're kind of scrappy, but I think DK, they're still a top 6 team at Worlds. It'd be an upset if they didn't make it through. So if I replace this with LNG, I'd be happy right now. However, T1, even being at 2-1, I think they can lose. This comes back to it. Who in the chat just said, I'm worried? I'm worried. Yeah, I've also been watching Mark's stream. Therefore, watching Cagel's stream and getting hyped about DK when they're so fucking degenerate gives me the Weibo vibes. I couldn't leave them out. Okay, I couldn't leave them out. Now listen. Who is, right? Chat, who is my T1 doubter? Who is the one who said that I'm scared as a T1 fan? Top 4, they've been absolutely disgusting so far. They have. I don't think DK will... I'm not putting DK over anyone in quarters unless it's a North American team or a random EU team that makes it out of nowhere like this. But I don't think they'll make it. I think they'll get slapped. Yo. Chat. Okay, it was you. Yo, it was Yato. As a T1 fan, why should you be scared? Broken Blade is playing his tournament life. Zeus is still great, but I think in current form and in what we're getting a top 2 Broken Blade in the tournament. You might argue with that and be like, yo, Zeus is still great. I think Broken Blade's performance has been carrying G2. I think Caps and the way he's playing the map, his macro, his sidelining, right? Let's be more specific. The Yona game was a classic example of where G2 might normally go wrong. You know, like their ability to play the map almost beat Humble Life. The Humble Life game was crazy. Everyone's like, yeah, the early game was trash. It was. G2's early games have never been known for that. But then they go against Weibo and their early game is spectacular. Their macro is so good. And you say cope, but listen, like G2, solo laners performing better. Faker had a really good Sylas game. Faker has performed a lot better. And against Knight, he played really, really well. I mean, this you don't look at this match because it's pointless. You don't get nothing from it. This one was like old T1. Mid-game throws, what do we do? That felt like summer. That felt like T1 who can win worlds. So you got a mixed bag. But from G2, I've had consistency. I've had fucking domination. I've had, okay, bad early game, good mid-game to take away. Better macro than I would have expected from G2, to be honest. Like, it was really well played. And as a European, yeah, obviously I'm going to be a little bit biased, but I also think that it's genuine to say that G2 were close in Humble Life. Humble Life had scaling in their hands. The Smolder blew them down. Then against Weibo, bro, that early game was spectacular. So, I'm European. Yeah, okay, I'm Australian. I'm a convict. It counts. T1 does this at every Worlds. I know, but yo, referee Todd, welcome back, by the way. I can't come in and be like, every Worlds, if I did it based on every Worlds, I'd do this. Every Worlds result, ready? No, because not every Worlds Weibo make it. But Fnatic do... Oh, that's a hard one. Anyway, that would be it. That would be it. That would be it. That'd be it. Every Worlds, that'd be it. T1's in the bracket. All 4 LCK teams make it. No, sorry. Yeah, all 4 LCK teams make it. LPL gets 3. And G2 make it because I think if they lose, their run of schedule's easy because G2 have already, let's say Humble Life, they're not going to lose. Let's say Weibo win. They can't verse Weibo. Let's say, who else we got? Pain's not in it. Humble Life's not in it. Okay, so it's just the Weibo matchup. So they can get top esports if top esports lose. But yeah, I'm just telling you. It's because in a BO3 and a BO5 I'm confident, but G2 prepped and draft is definitely better than T1. That's why. I think their prep is really nice. And G2, drafting is their specialty. Their drafts are really innovative and in a good way. It's not like Mad Lions where you're just like, let's leave open Yone. You know? HLE should have won the early game and ended fast, but they flopped it. I mean, yeah, to a degree, but also they tried to walk into Baron and G2's setup was really good. G2 had Yone. Also true. I mean, we're throwing ifs and buts in there. I'm just telling you what happened. I'm just telling you that G2, the way they played the game was good. You can argue draft, but it's not like the same as was it Mad Game 1 or Game 2? Where it was like, what the fuck are we doing? And yeah, okay, we could have made the draft easier. Where it was like, yeah, they had the draft. And I guess it's perspective, right? As a European caster now, I'm looking at G2 through the lens of, oh, they did so good because we didn't expect them. Where Korean fans or LCK fans might be like, yo, Humble Life should have been cleaner than this. But guys, Humble Life are not a clean team. So I don't know what the expectation is. They're clean in the sense that their team fights are fucking clutch. Like if we went back and we watched one of the sexiest fights of this year, right? If we watched, is this it? Right? If we went back and watched this, right? Where is it? Most replayed. I wonder why. Bro, this This. Oh my God. It's not about cleanliness. Humble Life are not clean. They're fucking skilled. Yo, look at how the Peanut's like, I'm going to die for this. It's not clean, but it's fucking skilled. Bro. It's crazy, that fight. To win the game off that. Atlas is fucking dead. It's great. Yeah. I mean, yo, that was cinema. That was great. To overuse a word that's overused, it was cinema. Okay? And I'm just telling you all, like, Humble Life, your expectation shouldn't be like, oh, they should have closed it out cleanly. It's like, that expectation is set up because you're saying that G2 should be a much worse team and Humble Life should walk over because it should be easy, right? I agree. In most cases, I agree. But G2 have obviously rocked up to the tournament a lot better. A lot better, you know? So, you and Atlas, yo, I appreciate you, bro. But yeah, as a T1 fan, maybe you should be nervous. Because then, look, even if, let's say they do the unthinkable. Let's say G2 win the best of 3. All right? And chat, remember, today is these two. G2's, I think, tomorrow. Now, remember, let's say this happens, right? Which is what I'm expecting. Okay? Let's say this happens. Now, T1 should get through anyway. But what if they get a Weibo? Because they can't get BLG. They've already versed BLG if BLG win, right? They can't get BLG. And T1 can get TL. T1 want Fly or TL, for sure. But if they get a Weibo or a DK, because they can get DK. Where is it? They can get that. Weibo can get BLG as well, which is scary. And Fly can get TL. Oh, fuck. Yo, it can be full domestic. It's not showing to me. It can be full domestic, right? Bro, it could be full domestic. But if it's full domestic, it means that one Western guaranteed, one LPL team more, one Korean team guaranteed. Chat, I'm just going to tell you, I don't trust either of these teams, but I probably would give it to T1. I think T1 regardless, unless it's DK, I think DK is the biggest problem. Then Weibo, then Fly, I guess. Because they can't get BLG, they can get TL. I don't trust TL's form. The only teams to be afraid of T1 facing is Humble Life or DK. Well, they can't face HLE. So, I mean, I think G2 are a scarier team for them than Weibo. They can't face BLG. They can face everyone but BLG in this bracket. T1 can face everyone but BLG in this bracket. But then it depends on other matchups. Like, there might be like other head-to-heads that they can't have, you know? Anyway. Are you casting Worlds? Yeah, I did already. I did Swiss. I did the first part of Swiss. No rematches, chat. No rematches, remember. Right, didn't change matches to BO5. Yeah, but you get BO5s in the knockout stage. Just be happy that this format slaps. Yeah, you're like, oh, BO1s, but like elimination best of 3s are great. Swiss is good. I love Swiss as a format. I think it's great. In person, like last year. Yeah, I was at the start. If you go back to VODs, I was there. What's in the docket today? Well, we're going to go through bracket. We're actually going to do like, that's what we're doing now. We're going to go through our pick'ems again and remind people where we're sitting for dragons and shit like that. Excuse the swear. Then we watch the trailer, the teaser. Then I pass you on like a fish thrown at a tree. Okay? So many Swiss fans. Scary. Bro, you can disagree. Guys, you can disagree if you want. Am I selling cards today? Then a little bit of card selling. That's true. Back in my back door. Wait, no. With this song on, let's do a proper bracket. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whatever it is, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait. They can verse Humble Life if Humble Life lose. If Humble Life lose and G2 win, it's crazy. Yeah. That's America for you. That's America for you. Shit. Infernal Drake's in the bin. Yep. Yeah, we set up the shop for a little bit. don't tell him to screenshot. Yo. No out of context screenshots, please. Fnatic make it out instead of G2. It would be hilarious. But I could see them beating Weibo. I don't know why. Too late. Yo. Okay, so I explained to you why I think G2 can beat T1. Top Esports over Dumb1 is like it's a weird one because you think it's going to be scrappy because of the history of Top Esports. But Top Esports, their mid game is actually one of their best parts. They got disintegrated by Gen G in those team fights. Like, those team fights were disgustingly good from Gen G. And Top Esports were dizzy. They were fucking running around in that red side jungle. You guys remember the play? They're running around red side jungle like, what the fuck is going on? Bro, that was like one of the best. That was one of the best like skirmish / team fight, by individual members I've seen in a while. Yeah, we'll get that, chat. TS is better in every role. I mean, I think TS, the games we've seen, that was a neat enough game. That was close. That was good. That was a really good game by TS. I think Tien's playing well. I think Tien is playing well. DK's a much better matchup for Top Esports than Gen G. Oh, for sure. I mean, DK going to be messy. That's why I think TS get this win. And that's why, chat, listen, I put Top Esports making it out of groups. Behind your text, you have Weibo there. Yes, that's maybe a riskier one. I had TS making it out of groups. I'm just saying. So that's why I think also G2 can beat T1. But it's a bit of cope. I think T1's form against BLG was fucking... It's like they're back. And that's what I'm worried about. Hummer Life, it goes without saying, every single role is going to be better. Whippo has up and down games. I think Inspired's going to get fucking cleared by Mr. Nut. Peanut's just always everywhere, bro. That jungle is so annoying. No LNG. I had no LNG, so I'm already down. Yo. I thought LNG were going to be bad. I thought there was too much drama. Scout would come in and play worse regardless. It wasn't about practice. You know, a lot of people came in and were like... a lot of people were like, yo, they're not going to have much scrim practice. I'm like, they are going to have scrim practice. Like, I know that, but it's not about that. It's like, I thought emotionally, it was going to be fucking cooked. I thought it was going to be like Scout's pissed off and was going to play worse. But I was wrong. He had a point to prove. He did. Aiming's the best ADC at the tournament. Bro, Aiming's had some good games, but he's not the best AD carry. Like, Pays has been... Bro, Pays is fucking clears him at the moment. Pays clears him. Gala clears him. I'm not going to put Jackie Love up there, but Jackie Love had some decent team fights that you could argue a point. Like, bro. Hello? Hello? Let's just open the list. Let's just open the list, huh? There's Aiming. Okay, sure, he clears this. Super had a bad tournament. Oh, no, he didn't. Early stages were good, but Alvaro was the only one performing by the end. Okay, he doesn't clear Pays. Doesn't clear Viper. Does he clear Elk currently? Maybe. But also, they funnel resources into him, no? I mean, I don't... Yeah. Yo, I think Pays has been great. I'm scared of Korea because I think Hummer Life, Gen G could both win Worlds at this point. I think it could be an LCK final. I think G2, I want this miracle run. I really want this dream run. But I'm worried, and I'll show you why in a second. TL beat Gam. Obvious, right? It's just one of those things. Gam beat Mad, but Mad was shocking. TL have been a little bit bad, but I don't think they're as bad as Mad showed in that series. Weibo over Fnatic is just cope. BLG over PSG is what should happen. Holy fuck, it happened. Look at it. Look at it. This world is Peanut's last nut. It is his last nut, chat. It's his last blow, as I say. Is Swiss continuing? Yeah, look. Scheduler. Wait, don't I have schedule? Schedule. Look. And then tomorrow, the big one tomorrow, chat. The big one. Oh, boy. Frescowi's been released. I mean, good for him. I think he should go find another team. That seems like an internal environment I don't want to be a part of. And it's not like it's that bad. It just sounds like there's like different egos moving around, and it's too conflicting. That's a perspective from just the outside. I don't know if that's true. That might be wrong. For context, like, I'm not basing it on El Yoyo's interview. I'm basing it on like the whole year of like what I've heard from players, like Super's line of like, I love the ego, I love the thing, but it's like, bro, as if you say you're better than Deft. But, you know, I think there's a bit of ego in that team, and it's good. What percentage? Prediction? 60%. 65. Nah, 60. 60. There's a chance of not making World, so he play like it's his last. Is that what he meant? Dabby. With a fraud Marines take out fraud liquid. Yeah, a lot of fraud being thrown around. Maybe. You'll be surprised if any team makes it out of Swiss. There's a really good chance G2 make it out. And if it's like this, by the way, you have a guaranteed Western team. You have two guaranteed Western teams. Let's do Doom and Gloom. Let's do Doom and Gloom version. Okay? Let's do Doom and Gloom. I think it's Top Esports. Let's do Doom and Gloom. No, Weibo. Then look. Refresh. G2 Damwon Kia. I think that's winnable. G2 Gam. Winnable. G2 Fly. Winnable. Western team. Bro, I'm telling you, a Western team is making it out. There's a high chance. And remember, they showed you percentages at the start of the tournament. They showed you percentages, not even the start, sorry. At this point, they show you percentages. And it's actually high for a Western team to make it out. I'm going to do what I think. Okay? And I think T1 makes it out. I don't think there's a world. Like, I think the only world is an unlucky draw. I don't even know about BLG at the moment either. Fly, better form. That could happen. But then, bro. Oh. Wait. I am Gam and willing to sub in this. Yo. If Gam, I thought you said I am Gam. If Gam are willing to sub there, they will have a good chance. Is he good? Is TK good? Huh? Is TK good? Thoughts on Fnatic Oscar potentially resigning? I don't know. Oscar's had some really crazy moments this year, but also he's had some dull showings. You can say that about any player. They've been up and down. I think Oscar in particular can really flatline. As a top laner, he was good at playing Cassante and like absorbing pressure, but I don't know. I don't know what I think about Oscar. I haven't really watched him enough. I think Oscar's that kind of player that like in a different team environment could be a superstar carry. Maybe because Fnatic have Humanoid, like the roster that they have, Humanoid and Razork, and so it's so dependent on how their mid-jungle plays for the game. Screenshot. Okay. Then yeah. But like also, if I go back here, by the way, full reset, do the same thing again. And then do this. I want to see the DK matchup because I think that's when T1 lose. I think there's a potential T1 lose to DK. But I could also be a donkey. And then that could happen, right? That's more to my pick'ems. Fnatic need to fight. Yo, everyone keeps saying it. I'm not getting involved. Chat, I ain't touching that. I ain't touching any of that. I don't know anything. He feels unreliable. Yeah, I mean, that's also because maybe the team environment too, right? Not the internal environment. Maybe the play style of the team is what I'm saying. Yo, Vin, what's up, man? What I've seen is basically every team wanted him after Irrelevant got signed, so he's clearly really good. And maybe he has a really good attitude. You also got to remember, how does he fit into a team environment? Maybe he's a really good fit. Maybe he's flexible. Maybe he's a really positive attitude. Maybe the guy as well has shown a lot of individual improvement. Humanoid is super coin flip? Yeah, he can be. He's not like Caps, where like Caps, 90% of the time, you're going to get the same product. Summer, you argue, Caps wasn't good. But the whole of G2 wasn't good. Caps also at Winter. Remember when G2, you're like, yeah, G2's okay, but it was like, fuck, Caps is playing insane. You guys remember Winter way back at the start of the year? Caps was insane. Caps had a good year. That's why he's MVP of the year, because he just keeps hitting and hitting and hitting over and over. Humanoid has had some good splits. Was it spring? Spring playoffs? I can't remember. And then I remember fucking summer playoffs, because then Humanoid... the whole of Fnatic throwing those games was disgusting. And Fly, to a lesser extent, have the level of competition they face on a weekly basis. Don't push them. I mean, that's true. That's true for any region, right? Like, bro, Pain Gaming did good to get this far. Pain Gaming made it well, but like, what's their competition in domestically? Bro, these teams are about 1,000 times better than domestic competition. They had to go up against T1. Imagine that for them. What an experience. Like, anyway, that's what I'd leave it as, right? I think that can happen.